What's up guys, my name is Petar and today we're going to have a look at the JOYO Maximum Overdrive pedal. If you like videos like this, make sure to click like and subscribe button so that you're notified when I upload new videos in the future. So I got this pedal recommended to me by a couple of friends, calling it the ultimate budget overdrive pedal, and they told me that it has quite a big variety of tones that you can pull out of this. As I already have a couple of modern overdrives, I needed something more vintagey and something that can go from, very classic overdrive into the fuzz territory. And they told me, yeah, this is the pedal. So this pedal definitely fits into the budget territory, as it costs around 60 bucks or 57 euros. And yeah, it's made by JOYO, which is a Chinese company that's been focused on building the budget gear for the budget players. So budget overdrive pedals in general, amps and so on, even modelers. So yeah, let's have a look at what this pedal offers and how it's built and so on. So it's built completely, as you can see, in a completely metal casing, so front to back everything is metal. It has the two clicky switches for turning the drive and overdrive and boost. Then we have the four knobs. The first one is the boost knob, then we have the gain knob, tone knob and the volume knob. We have the two switches for the standard or MOSFET. So standard is the diode clipping and the other option is MOSFET clipping. And then we have the option of clipping. So we have the smooth, flat or hard clipping. Then we have the input and output jacks and the 9-volt power. And we have, as you can see probably, when the pedal is turned on, it glows yellow. And it has the yellow LEDs, so this is quite a nice touch. I quite like it, it's interesting, didn't see it so far, so yeah, this is cool. Also, it's worth mentioning that this pedal is actually a clone of the Fulltone Fulldrive 2 pedal, the legendary overdrive pedal for the blues and rock players, so have that in mind. Okay, so for the purposes of the demo, I will be using my guitar. This is Caparison TAT II with Bareknuckle Juggernaut tuned to drop C, going into the JOYO Maximum Overdrive, and then from there on it goes into the Laney Ironheart 60, into Torpedo Captor, and then into my audio interface, Audient ID 22, going into the DAW where we record everything, and I'm using on hammer impulse responses. So right now I have the pedal disengaged, and on my amp I have everything at noon lead channel. So this is how the lead channel with noon gain sounds like. So this is how it sounds. Let's engage the pedal all at noon. So let's start with having the standard clipping, so the diode clipping and everything. So we start on with drive. Off. On. Okay, let's start by turning the gain down, and okay, the boost is not engaged, so it doesn't matter. So we turn the gain down, let's turn the volume completely up. So let's see how it sounds. As you can hear, there's not a lot of difference just by having the volume up. Let's turn on the gain to the middle. You hear probably a lot of more noise coming up, but let's see. Off. On. Let's see the tone all the way up. You hear a lot more noise coming up with the gain, so let's turn the gain back down. Let's try tone all the way down. This is where I would keep if I were to try get a bit more tighter, you know, metal tone. Okay, so let's turn the gain up more and engage the boost. You hear a difference in noise? Overall, the boost gives a bit more, I would say, lower mids. It generally boosts the complete signal up and brings out those low and low mids and a bit more boxiness, which I don't personally like that much, but let's see what we can do with it. So pedal back on, boost back on. Okay, let's switch the clipping because the MOSFET one I think has a lot more headroom. So let's go back to MOS. Definitely opens up quite more higher frequencies, so upper mids. I think this is position where I would keep it at. As you can hear, there's quite a lot more noise coming up from the pedal just by having it engaged, so a noise gate pedal is recommended definitely. I don't have mine in the effects loop of the amp, but just so you know. Maybe I would turn down the gain. Okay, so let's go now onto the hard clipping. Here there's a lot more compression coming up because it's clipping like crazy. So let's go, like, let's nuke it. Insane. As you can hear, going into the hard clipping brings you into that compressed, you know, sludge tone, fuzz territory. It sounds specific and cool, which I like it. Without boost. You can hear it brings up the pick attack quite a lot on the hard clipping. Almost as if I have my humbucker split. Sounds like that similar. So. insane. Let's go back to the flat. Let's go to smooth now. Smooth should represent a more vintage mids, you know, push that vintage overdrives give. So let's see. So yeah, I would say that would be it. Okay, so what are my personal honest thoughts about this pedal? First of all, I think that it's pretty amazing that this pedal costs 1/3 of the Fulltone Fulldrive 2 pedal. For a clone that costs that much and sounds the way this pedal sounds, that's absolutely amazing. I think this pedal is an amazing tool for the rock and blues players because it gives you quite a lot of options to shape your tone for such music. But for the metal tones and metal players, I think this is not actually a pedal you should buy. But I could still get quite nice tones out of it, especially in regards to having sludgy tones, doomy tones, somewhat fuzzy tones and stuff like that. If you're making metal, this pedal is definitely not a replacement for the pedal like Tube Screamer, for example, but I could definitely get quite nice tones out of it and get it sounding similar, but not definitely something that Tube Screamer does. This pedal is definitely a nice one to add to your pedal board if you want to make tones similar to, you know, sludgy tones, fuzz tones, even black metal tones. You can definitely make those with this. And definitely if you have other pedals, this could be an additional flavor to your pedal board that you can, you know, gain stage with other pedals and so on, maybe open up something else in the combinations. But yeah, this pedal not meant for metal, but still can add a nice flavor to your pedal board. In general, I think this is freaking best bang for your buck. If you are a rock and blues player, this is definitely no-brainer for you guys. So go buy this pedal. It's so cheap and gives you so much options and so much tone. It's incredible. Overall, I will be definitely keeping this pedal as it's going to give me an additional flavor to my pedal board to you know, make a bit more crunchier tones and if I want sometimes sludgier and fuzzy tones, but it's not meant to replace any of the more extreme overdrive pedals that I have. Anyway, if you have any comments or questions, just drop them down in the comment section. As always, I would appreciate like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, stay safe and see you next time.